Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to 2015. It's Jay Bradley at Jay Bradley Lifestyle. Today I want to talk about something that's really changed my life, and I've mentioned it in previous videos, and it's called emotional freedom technique, or tapping, or also known as EFT. It's a great technique that's based on the Chinese meridians. It's a gentle tapping motion on the acupuncture points, the meridians of our body, and what it helps to do is to release a lot of blocks and toxic emotions in our system. It's really worked. I do this pretty much every day, but specifically today because it's a new year, and although I focus a lot on lifestyle and wellness and anti-aging, part of that is really getting control of our money and our finances, because if your finances are a mess, your health will also be messed up because you're going to be stressed out and worried all the time. So I want to get right to it. This first part of the video is amazing, and if you'd like to join me, I would love it very much if you just tap along with me. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do, get a pen and paper and write down how much money you have in debt right now. All right, I want you to really look at that number and just take in how that makes you feel. Now, chances are, I know exactly how it makes you feel. Not so good. So let's try tapping on this and see what happens. All right, the first part is this karate chop point on your hand. Even though I have a tremendous amount of debt right now, and I feel very stressed out, I choose to love and accept myself completely. And even though I feel overwhelmed by my debt and I have no idea how I'm going to pay this bill, I choose to fully and completely love and accept myself. And even though when I look at this number, I feel shame and guilt, and I feel totally irresponsible, and like I'm never going to get out of this hole, I choose to love, accept, and forgive myself completely. All this debt that I carry right now, it's overwhelming. I have no idea how I'm going to pay these bills. I feel so much shame and so much guilt for accumulating this debt. Every time I look at these bills, I get so sick and stressed out because I'm paying so much interest. All this stress and worry about my debts. I have no idea what I'm going to do about it. I may never get out of debt. My debt may just get worse and worse, and I will never get out of this hole. All this credit card debt, all these people that I owe money to, I feel so irresponsible. This worry, this stress, and this anxiety that I carry about all of this debt. All right, take a deep breath. Now, what I neglected to have you do in the beginning is to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the most intense emotion that you can feel. And chances are, if it's a really high number in the beginning, just one round of tapping like this can totally reduce the number to maybe a 6, 5, or 4, or even less. The next thing I want you to do is look at the amount of money in your savings account. Just write that down. Luckily, I feel pretty good about this number, but I've been in a situation where I have not felt very good. And so let's tap on that. Ask yourself from 1 to 10 where you feel, what kind of intensity is going on in your body right now when you look at this number in your savings account. So even though I don't have enough savings right now, and it really makes me angry, I choose to love, accept, and forgive myself completely. Even though I feel worthless and I honestly don't feel very good about myself because I don't have enough money, I choose to love and accept myself completely. And even though this number in my savings account is not very high, in fact, it's pretty much running out. That makes me nervous, but I love myself and accept myself anyway. I don't feel very worthy right now. My lack of savings makes me really nervous about my future. I'm worrying that I am repeating the cycle over and over and over again. This cycle of not having enough savings. This cycle of spending too much money. Never having enough money for what I really want to do in my life. I guess I'm not a very good money manifester. I guess I'm not a very good saver. That really makes me angry. It makes me feel unworthy. Because I know I have control over this, but I just can't seem to get on top of it. Sure wish I had more money in my savings, but I feel like none of my wishes or dreams are coming true. It's a constant negative cycle. All this heaviness and stress and guilt and anxiety that I carry because I don't have enough savings for my future. Deep breath. All right, hopefully you feel a little bit better from that one round of tapping. And the third thing I want to cover is to look at your income. How much money is coming in from any sort of income? Investments, your job, inheritance, anything. And write that number down. On a monthly basis, how much money are you bringing in? All right, now rate yourself from 1 to 10 based on the amount of money that you make every single month. Just look at that number and just take it in. And if you're somewhere between a 7 and a 10 of negative intensity, then really this tapping is going to help you. Even though I don't make enough money every month. And I have no idea how these bills are going to get paid. I choose to love and accept myself completely. And even though this lack of income makes me feel unworthy and ashamed, and I know I can make more money, I choose to love, accept, and forgive myself completely. And even though I don't make as much money as most people around me, most of my clients, most of my friends, and I feel really bad about that, I choose to love and accept myself anyway. My income is not enough to cover all of my expenses. I don't have enough clients. I'm not working enough hours. I'm not paid enough per hour. I don't know where my income is going to come from this month. All this worry and anxiety around where my money's going to come from this month. Maybe I don't work hard enough. Maybe I'm not motivated enough to make more money. Maybe I'm not smart enough. Maybe it's because I didn't go to school and I didn't get a degree. Definitely not feeling very good about this lack of income. I want to make more money every month, but I just don't know how. And I feel stuck. Deep down, I know I have huge potential. But nothing seems to be changing, and I keep repeating the same old cycle. Month after month, year after year, day after day, nothing seems to be changing. Take a deep breath. Now, as crazy as it seems to be tapping on something negative, because I'm really a big believer in being positive, but the reason we do that is because it releases the pull or the emotion that is tied to that negative feeling. and it releases it actually forever. So the cool thing about this tapping is as you do it regularly, you're going to experience huge shifts and you're never going to go back to your old self. I guarantee you that, because it's worked for me and it's worked for so many people that I have taught this to, and I've seen it over and over and over again. And I can say, personally speaking, financially, things have completely changed for me after years and years and years of struggle. So I owe a lot of it to EFT or tapping. Now I like to end everything with a really positive round of tapping, so we're going to do one more, and make sure that after you do what I call the negative round, make sure to end with something really positive too. All right, so here we go. I am really open to receiving more abundance into my life. I love the feeling of being successful and wealthy. And even though I still have debt and I don't make enough money, I know that things can be different. I now release all the blocks to financial abundance in my life. I now make way and open up to receive the ocean of abundance that I deserve. And with each dollar that I spend, 3 more dollars comes in for it. My money is multiplying right in front of my eyes. I let go of the anxiety and the worry and the stress when I think about money. I actually love money. Money is just molecules bouncing around in the universe. So I decide to take more molecules into my life. I'm going to create more money just by positive thinking and being aligned with this universal flow. I'm definitely willing to work for it, but I want to work through joy and through creativity. Definitely ready to open up and to let go of all of this debt that I carry. I'm open to receive financial miracles in my life. I'm loving this increased income and creativity that's flowing into my life. I'm a money magnet, and I choose to be in a place of joy, relaxation, and serenity when I think about my money, when I think about my income, my debt, and my savings. I choose to feel good. And I choose to detach all of this meaning and power that I put onto money. It really means nothing. I'm totally aligned with financial abundance. And I'm loving being in this position. I have more than enough money. And I am constantly in the flow of financial independence and wealth. All right, there you have it. Thank you so much for tapping along with me. And just a couple more tips. The words that you say do not matter. It's actually the intention that you have when you're tapping. So don't get worried about what script to use or if I'm saying the right things. Honestly, it doesn't matter. And the more you do this, the easier it gets. And the more you'll just trust your instincts to say the right words. And also, where you tap doesn't really matter either. I did all of the main points that I use, but sometimes maybe you're driving and you can't tap all these spots, you know? Sometimes just tap right on the collarbone and do a few positive phrases for yourself. Again, it doesn't matter where you tap so much and what you say. Keep it up. Let me know if you have any questions or you want some help with your tapping. And I really appreciate you watching. I'm really here to help you live longer, to look younger, and with more financial independence, you're going to feel better too. See ya.